Oh, how are you all? So I just wanted to come on. I had a couple of questions, but one of them was, in terms of the dry skin brushing. So I just wanted to try and explain it a little bit more, just to give you an idea, and also give you another couple of tips in terms of the lymph system and how important it is. So the lymphatic system is similar to our blood system in terms of its fluid. It goes in one direction. It doesn't have a pump like our veins. It doesn't have the heart to pump things around. So it relies on our smooth muscle tissue, our skeletal tissue, to kind of move to pump the lymphatic system. The lymphatic system has fluid in it. This fluid, once you keep it removes, it helps to process fatty acids, it helps to remove toxins, it helps to take things to the liver, take things to other organs. Now the lymphatic system sits very deeply within our body. We actually have lymph probably in more places than we realize, but it's kind of just connected to our ovaries, our uterus, our liver, our pancreas, our spleen. It runs very, very deep. But it also starts to come running up close to the surface. We have, smaller kind of capillary type vessels that come up to the periphery, come up to, near our hands. They run out to here. They start to run close to here. And so that is where dry skin brushing can help. Now, signs that your lymphatic system might not be working properly can be high cholesterol, because it does regulate fatty acids. A few other signs can be weight gain and fatty tissue that's coming out. Others can be cellulite, swelling, vasculitis, fibrosis, issues with the ovaries, issues with internal organs, also lipomas and fatty tissue, skin conditions as well, and also immune conditions. So your lymphatic system is kind of the red flag of your immune system. Your lymphatic system tells you if something's going on. So really it's out to seek, is there an infection? Is there a bacterial infection? Is there a viral infection? Hey, red flag, let's send antigens there. Let's send our white blood cells there to attack this and see what's going on. So that's really, it's kind of like it regulates that particularly. So people with poor lymph flow or poor lymphatic system working, what's going to be happening is you'll actually be getting more flus, coughs and colds, maybe just on the verge of infection. You might find that your lymph glands are swollen a lot of the time. You might just have that sore throat kind of a lot of the time. This is why it's important for us to really keep our lymphatic system revitalized and working and moving. So dry brushing can help, because when you're pressing on the skin, it's more so that you're kind of moving this fluid. You're moving your fluid towards where it should be going, kind of pumping it, particularly if you sit down all day and you're not moving all day, particularly if you're sluggish. This has been shown to be so good for people with chronic disease, people actually in hospital beds. I know when my dad was in a coma, he was in a coma for a good few weeks, and my brother would massage his feet and rub his feet up to just support the accumulation of fluid, so away from his ankles. And that was something that he could do that could help. And also mobilizing the skin, so even in people that can't move, doing the dry skin brushing just helps to lightly move and just kind of just help that fluid get out of where it is, any pockets that it's in. So other things that can help the lymphatic system can be making sure you're keeping hydrated, making sure you're having lots of potassium foods, like lots of vegetables, celery, cucumber, because the potassium kind of counteracts any weird balance issues, fluid balance issues going on in the body. So if you have a lot of sodium in your diet, we do need salt, we need sodium, because it's good for our adrenals and our energy and our blood pressure. But if we have too much refined sodium chloride, that can cause this weird osmotic pressure in the body. You don't have that osmosis going on, and you've got that kind of pressure of fluid, and that's when the fluid can go into the cells, interstitial, and it comes out, and that's when you get that kind of swelling. So dry skin brushing can be very good then, because you just get that slight movement in the upper area of the skin that slightly just starts to move fluid, and then you get that good flow going. But other things are fantastic, especially if for women, if you might have any hormone issues, is actually mobilizing by doing stretching. So stretching will get, say if you've got any ovarian issues or any issues in your uterus, estrogen dominance or problems down there, if you do stretches or even twists, better yet, you're kind of mobilizing the real internal structure of your lymphatic system and helping to remove that excess estrogen maybe from your ovaries and your uterus by doing that and getting it into the lymph system. So it's really important. Movement is vitally key for your lymphatic system. Lots of fluid, potassium-rich foods are so very, very important. And then the dry skin brushing is just something that you can do as an add-on. And as I mentioned in the video on the body bounce back, I do the kind of the gua sha on my face. Now, you know, in terms of scientific studies, no, there's nothing else about that. But in terms of how it feels, and I know when I do the gua sha on my face, I get less puffiness around the eyes. So really what I'm thinking, and if I put my logic hat on, when I do the gua sha on my face and I'm moving it along like this to the lymph node, I'm helping just mobilize any fluid, any buildup, any puffiness in my face, and I'm moving that to the lymph where it can be stored. So, you know, that's just something that I do. I find it helps. It helps with the skin and it helps with the lymph in my face and excess fluid and puffiness. So just knowing that I can see that it helps and what it does, I'm happy to continue doing that. But I know definitely the dry skin brushing is fantastic. And then just mobilizing the lymph nodes, giving them a little bit of a massage, a little bit of a rub in various areas behind your elbows, behind your knees, and just so helping them, any touch, any movement just helps the lymph system and helps detoxification and helps any water retention, any edema, any excess buildup of that fluid.